Howdy folks, welcome back to the workshop. So today we got a pretty fun project. We're going to be working on a World War II K-bar that a customer sent in. So this thing needs a complete overhaul, needs the blade all refinished, and it needs a whole new stacked leather handle. So it should be a pretty exciting project. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, so just gotta look over the knife first. We'll do some cleaning up on the sheath, repolish the hardware. It's gonna need new snaps, just clean it up. But what we're mostly concerned about today is the knife. So it's gonna need a handle, obviously. Gonna just a classic K-bar. This is it actually is a K-bar. The last one I did, I think, was a Camellias, I think is how it's pronounced. So we'll be doing probably just like a sandblasted and gun blued finish on the pommel and the guard. I'm gonna kind of see how the blade ends up looking. Might do that to the blade as well. But gonna need to be doing some hand sanding to get that patina off. Might hit it with the wire wheel first, just to kind of see what we're dealing with all the way. Want to save the sharp lines, or try to bring them back as much as we can. So I probably won't do any belt grinding to this, maybe just for a little bit of reprofiling. But these are pretty thin knives already, so you don't want to take away too much material. The tip is very rounded, so that's going to take a smidge of reprofiling. There's some rust. It looks like some chipping to the edge here. It's kind of eaten away. Kind of see these usually have like a flat edge, but it's a little swoopy here. So just got to do a lot of hand sanding on the blade. The butt cap I think is just mushroomed on. A little simpler design than the last one I did. So yeah, let's get into that. So I think in the effort to get off the pommel here, I'm just going to slice off the handle and just clamp it down into the vise. That way I can get a nice sturdy platform to kind of just slowly tap this off, because I don't want to fracture the tang. You never know if there's any like small hairline fractures there, or from a, who knows. It's an old knife, just want to be as careful as possible. Alrighty, so here's the knife done with hand sanding. Went all the way up to 400 grit. There's still a lot of pitting on it, obviously, because there's only so much you can do before you make the knife too thin. So we kind of preserve the bevel lines there and the fuller and everything. So gonna go ahead and blue it like the customer wanted to. So my bluing protocol is a little different. What I usually do is I will etch it with ferric chloride to kind of give that a knife more of a matte finish first, and then I'll hit it with this Birchwood Casey Perma Blue. Works really great because the bluing by itself kind of it doesn't rub off, but as the knife polishes with use, when you baton it like through wood and stuff, it'll kind of wear the finish away a little bit over time. So in my experience, the ferric chloride really helps make it a little more robust. So we're gonna go ahead and degrease this and get it into the ferric. So one thing I always like to do is kind of dip it in and back and forth a little bit more before I actually put it in all the way, because sometimes bubbles can form around the plunge lines and stuff, and it just doesn't really look good. It leaves a little light spot there, so it just helps disrupt the bubble. Some people actually have like an aerator at the bottom of their tank, so maybe I should get one of those. So the lamb came to visit. Tulip. So while that's in the etch, I want to tell you folks something very important. I'm not sure how many of you guys watching this video are already believers or are kind of on the fence, but I want to tell you my understanding of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So, as we look out into the world, we see all kinds of evil and pain and hurt, and we sometimes ask, where is God? Because of just all the evil that we've created for ourselves. And, well, he did come. And 2,000 years ago, he took it upon himself. He came down in the flesh as a man. The scriptures say, while we were dead in our transgressions, he died for us, while we were enemies of him. You'll hardly find a man on earth who will readily die for his enemy, but that is the kind of love that God has shown to us. So I would just ask you folks to consider today that, you're probably at the end of your rope, there's a lot going on in your life, and you're just kind of hopeless. There's plenty of hopelessness to go around. But I would just ask you to ask yourself this very particular question of what's missing. What is missing in your life? And I can tell you right now, it is God. He's changed my life so much in the past several years. He took me from lost and depravity and just pride and all kinds of just nasty things to someone who lives in peace, who can trust and not worry about tomorrow. And because Jesus said that tomorrow has enough worries for itself, so worry about today. So today is the day of salvation. I just strongly ask for you guys to give your life to Jesus Christ today, because only he can save. He's the only way to peace, to really just all the joy that's missing in your life. If any of you would like to talk more about this, feel free to send me a message. I'm always open to talk about the gospel. So yeah, let's get back to work. Alrighty, got the knife out of the etch. It's got that nice dull look to it like I was talking about. So now we're going to add the bluing. Alright, so we'll just wash this off with cold water, and then we'll go ahead and repeat the process as many times as we need to. Alright, it's just got the guard out of the sandblaster. You can really see the K-bar and USA, was it USN? Mark II. So yeah, just blasted with some 220. Didn't want to clean it up too much because we don't want to lose material. But yeah, just gonna blue it and go ahead and throw it on the knife. Sit. Sit. Hey, sit. Good boy, Rube. Okay, it should be the last coat of dye we're doing. Just to fill in the file marks. Basically, it's just need clear coating and buffing. Now all that's left is to add a little layer of axe wax. That'll help keep it protected and keep it rust free. Always be careful when you're adding axe wax or other blade protecting products onto the blade. Always go with the edge, not against the edge. Ask me how I know. Alrighty, so here's the knife all finished up. Really, really happy with the way it turned out. I like how there's still a little bit of patina on the blade, but it's not, it looked like it's gonna fall apart on you. So basically, the gist of it was the blade needed a little bit of reprofiling. The guard, as you could tell from the beginning, really needed to be reshaped. And then not too much of the pommel just needed to be restaked down. So yeah, really happy with the way it turned out. The leather just turned out really gorgeous, a nice dark brown. It really popped once I got the neat's foot oil on it. So yeah, just really happy. The turned out really good. The little fullers there, really nice and even. So yeah, just all around happy. I think the customer should be pretty pleased. Well, just want to thank you folks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Really means a lot. It makes all the hard work worth it, because it is quite a time-consuming process to do all the editing and stuff and to take the time out of the workday to set up the cameras and stuff. So a little like and subscribe goes a long ways. If you folks are interested in seeing more stuff like this or just want to follow more closely along the journey, you can check out our Instagram. It'll be down in the description below. And if you want to keep supporting what we're doing here, there's also a link to our website, which has all the products we have for sale there. So again, just thank you folks so much for taking the time to check out this video. That's all for now, so until next time, be strong, work diligently, and glory to God in the highest.